Speech is going to be short and sweet, but like our friendship, it's going to be a long one.
It's kind of dark.
For those of you who don't know me, I'm Corey. I've known Mark my entire life. We grew up neighbors. And I see Mark more as an older brother than just a friend. Here's a brief recap of our lives. Again, bear with me. Our childhoods were dizzying times, literally. We spent days upon days driving around circles in my parents' driveway on our big wheels. Mark, he had a Transformer big wheel. It had a frickin' water gun attached to it. Lisa, she preferred to cruise around on her Cabbage Patch big wheel. Very styling in the green and pink trim. I had a vintage curbside restored tractor. I used that tractor to haul my sister around Christie. Had a little wooden wagon with plywood wheels that it tipped over quite often. Oh yes, those were the days, Mark. Remember the waterbed mattress we blew up with a hairdryer? Or the 90-degree water slide, both of which we were banned from because of your injuries? Do you remember playing with Ninja Turtles with Todd Smiley when he whipped out the steak knives? How about playing American Gladiators in the backyard with all my mom's lawn furniture and tennis balls we conveniently found by the tennis courts during tennis lessons? Playing street hockey with Mr. Mann. We thought he was God's gift to hockey. Too bad he was 30 years old playing with 9 and 10-year-olds. Playing hide-and-go-seek in the dark with 30 different kids from the neighborhood. Building snow forts and falling in fish tanks. Do you remember making whirlpools that no mere mortal could survive, but still begging our dads to get in to give us that extra little bit? I think one of the funniest stories I was ever told from our childhood centers around you and my dad. You'll never forget the time you got in your big wheel and he asked you where you were going. You told him, "Frank, I'm going to Miracle Mart." He was surprised and said, "Mark, what are you going to get at Miracle Mart?" And Mark, you blew him away with your next statement. And you proudly replied, "Frank, I'm going to buy my mom a penis so she can pee standing up like me and my dad." Well, trying to hide his amusement, he asked you, "Mark, where in Miracle Mart do you buy penises?" And you replied, "In the meat section, right?" They got all different sizes. Now, Kelly, obviously Mark doesn't like the women in his life to feel they're at a disadvantage. So, I got a little gift here. I'd like you to come open it up.
Oh, wow.
It's a big moment. Open it up. That's just the wrapping box. My dad wrapped it. Yes, even though Miracle Mart has been closed for like 15 years, we still found a Miracle Mart bag. Now what's in the bag, Kelly? Yes. You might want to wait to stand up till you get the wedding dress off.
That's awesome.
Now, as teenagers, it was my regular nightly routine to eat supper at my house, and then proceed to the Goodman's house to see what they were eating, and then proceed to eat all the leftovers. Days consisted of road hockey, basketball, boating, and golfing. We even took golf lessons. Sadly, the only thing I remember from these golf lessons is that it's possible to golf one-handed with a 5-iron while smoking 4 cigarettes at once.
They're golf instructors.
Yes, I'm sorry for the inside jokes. Our fondness of golf led us to Florida one March break. We played golf every week. We met some very interesting people, like George, the guy we couldn't understand, who was about 90 years old. The Tampa Bay Lightning fan who proclaimed the Lightning would win the Cup in the next 5 years. We proceeded to laugh our asses off. 5 years later, the Lightning won the Cup. On that trip, though, I learned one of my most valuable lessons, and it came courtesy of Grandpa Goodman. I learned how to play shuffleboard. Benny, I know you'll be very proud to know that to this day, I am in a league of my own at avoiding the kitchen. Just ask my wife. It seems like we grew up in only a few summers, and Mark went off to college. It also seems like the only time I got invited down there was when Mark had to move. We would slightly overload Grandpa Goodman's big old brown Dodge. Mark's dad, Wayne, had packing this thing down to a science. His theory is, if it moves, it ain't got enough bungee cords on it yet. Now, these loads would certainly be tested on the streets of Windsor. I swear the bed actually hit the road sometimes and would bounce right back and sit on the hood of the truck, just where it was placed, providing Wayne with the perfect porthole to drive. One year, Mark invited me down to Windsor for a big-time college party to meet his new girlfriend. When I arrived, Mark introduces me to Kelly, and Kelly introduces me to some crazy concoction of booze. Now, for those of you who know Kelly, you'll know that for a little girl, she sure likes to eat. Now, she starts to crave pizza about 10 minutes after I arrive, and she gets it in my mind that it's a good idea to get some pizza. So she convinced me to go down the block to get this pizza. Well, apparently blocks in Windsor are slightly larger than blocks in Corunna. By the time I get to the pizza store, I'm starving, and I begin to eat the pizza on the way back. Suddenly, out of nowhere, there's only one slice left. So I decide to save it for Kelly. Well, for the next 2 years, I'm constantly reminded that I owe Kelly $15 for pizza. I now know, being out to dinner with Mark and Kelly on several occasions, that Kelly might have thought she wanted a whole pizza, but she probably would have only ate one slice and asked for a box for the rest. I got exciting news a couple years ago that Mark was moving back to Corunna. Apparently, when he decided to spread his wings and fly off to Windsor, he didn't realize he was a homing pigeon. The last 2 years have been great, bud. It's good to have you back, and I look forward to our own kids growing up together, just like we did. It's nice to know that I always have a friend around the corner. I'm not going to cry. Mark, you and Kelly are like 2 pieces of 8-and-up Lego blocks. You are the perfect fit for each other. And now that you are officially joined, only a butter knife can tear you apart. Congratulations on the beginning of a wonderful marriage, and best of luck in all that you do. And a toast to the bride and groom.
Yeah, to get them out.
It's true.
Oh, that was really good.
I cried. I should.
I cried. I teared up.
Did you really have a mirror?